Hi, Tread friends. How we doing out there? Tom Morley coming at you for the final time in 2025. It's my 245th live streaming play along session here on Facebook and soon to be on YouTube. And it's my sixth annual winter solstice celebration play along session. Yes, I did my first one back in 2020 when the pandemic was still had us all locked in our homes, and it was one of my first theme uh, sessions, and I've had so much fun ever since. Looking forward to playing. I started with that original playlist back in 2020, and I've made some tweaks to it, added and subtracted tunes, but it's the kind of tunes many of them I wouldn't play any other time of year, but they're great fiddle tunes, they're great trad tunes, they're great folk tunes, and they all, I've made them work with the theme of winter, the winter solstice, which was yesterday, and then also work nicely for the holiday season, however you like to celebrate it. So get your instruments out, get your fiddle or your mandolin, your guitar, your accordion, your harp, whatever you're playing, and I am here to play some tunes for you to celebrate. The first tune we're going to do is a true carol. This is a traditional English carol that we hear at this time of year called "I Saw Three Ships." It's in 6/8 time, which makes it very fine for playing as if it was an Irish jig. It's only got 8 measures to play the whole tune, and many years ago I heard a dear friend of mine, a great fiddle player in Nashville, Tennessee, Craig Duncan. He put out a Celtic Christmas album that's been a favorite of mine ever since, and had a lot of influence on how I think of how you can add wonderful fiddling tunes at Christmas time. And he found another 6/8 English carol called "I Sat on a Sunny Bank." He stuck them together and made kind of what I call the "I Saw Three Ships, I Sat on a Sunny Bank" jig. So 3 times around on these 2 great carols stuck together for the holiday season. Are you ready? I saw 3 ships. 1, 2, 1, 2. From the top. One more time. Let's get a little more celebratory about it. start our winter solstice celebration, I saw three ships, and as I sat on a sunny bank, English carols, traditional English carols, but in a rollicking good 6/8 time that lets us turn them into kind of celebratory jigs. What do you say? I think that's pretty cool. I want to thank so many of you who noticed over this past weekend that I was a violinist with the Chattanooga Symphony Orchestra, and I played their holiday concerts. It had been more than a little while since I had played in a symphony, but I was excited and happy to be able to do that, and it looks like I'm going to do some more of the local symphonies concerts in the coming months. I can play fiddle all day long and never get tired, but it's a different kind of stressful playing when you play with the symphony. And over the weekend and still today, my fingertips are sore. Something that really doesn't happen to me otherwise. So that's what you get when you play symphony music. You get sore fingers, I'll tell you that. But it was wonderful, and thanks so many of you for making comments and liking my posts about playing with the Chattanooga Symphony. It's something I've always done. I'm a classically trained player, and so it's something that all through my life I have often played symphony music, like in one day, and fiddle in the next day, or even just hours apart from each other. I remember back in Alabama when I would play with the Mobile Symphony, and then that afternoon, and then go to the pub just hours later and play Irish trad tunes for the rest of the night. So it's something that I've always been lucky to be able to go back and forth and have fun with. Hey, a big shout out to my mom and dad who are watching from LaPorte, Indiana as well. So we've got people from just all over the country and beyond, and it's really great to have you here sharing just a little time with me on one of the busiest weeks of the year, just a few days before December 25th. And but it's a good time to play some music, isn't it? I think it really is. Let's go on to the second tune here. This is a tune that I learned when I was in Portland, Maine, actually, teaching a workshop and a string camp there a couple of years ago. And a variety of the kids there who work with a wonderful fiddle teacher in that area named Don Roy, and a lot of adults as well. He's got a wonderful fiddle orchestra up there. They played a tune for me called Snow Deer, and I had never heard it before and realized it was a great tune for that they love to play for contra dances, particularly up in Maine and in Canada. So I looked it up. It's actually an old Tin Pan Alley song from the 1920s, but it's was worked out perfect for dancing too, and for fiddling. So this reminds me a little bit of Red Wing, actually. It seems to be in that same kind of category. So let's have a little fun with this crazy tune called Snow Deer, which was first a popular Tin Pan Alley tune in the 1920s and turned into an American and a Canadian two-step contra dance tune. Are you ready? 2 times around with a 3-note pickup. 1, 2, 3. How it goes. more time. Snow Deer is the name of that tune. What a fun melody. And I hope you had fun playing that one along with me. An easy and fun dance tune to play. Well, I have 3 tunes on the list here. I love the Irish trad tunes and Irish fiddling. And there's nothing to me that gives a tune the stamp of approval that it's been around a long time and enjoyed being played by Irish fiddlers for decades and decades. Nothing means more to me than if it's in the famous O'Neill's collection of Irish traditional tunes, first published in 1903. And I have 3 tunes on our playlist here today that fit the theme, but were published back then in 1903 as Irish fiddle tunes. But their names of the tunes really work with my theme. And the first one is called Apples in Winter. It's a really great jig, very challenging, a very busy and challenging tune. We'll play it 3 times around. I'll play it kind of slow, extra slow the first time because there's lots of notes and a lot of jumping around on this tune. Plus, it has what I call a bonus ending, a number of jigs. You just play the 8 measures, A section, and then you repeat it, and then the B section is a new 8 measure melody, and you repeat that, and then it's over. But in Apples in Winter, the last 4 measures are completely new and different from the rest of the tune, so you have to be ready to play a whole fresh new bonus ending is what I like to call them. So a good tune, but apples in winter, and yesterday being the winter solstice, we are in winter right now. So it's time for any tune that mentions winter, I do believe. This is in E minor, the E minor Dorian. 3 times around on this great, famous Irish jig called Apples in Winter. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. From the top. goes. One time here, up to tempo. Fine tune to play any day of the year, but extra good to play on this first full day of winter, I guess is what we really have going here. So Apples in Winter. A good challenging tune if you're looking for some new tunes to add to your repertoire and you want a good challenge. And that's a good one to do. This next tune is a beautiful little melody. It's called Christmas Eve, also in the 1903 O'Neill's collection of tunes. I always thought of it as a reel, although I think it's in the book as a march tune because it's not busy and you don't have to play it very fast, so that makes it a lot different than the tune we just played and quite accessible. But a beautiful melody in the key of G. Let's do this one 2 times around. And once again, it's called Christmas Eve. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. From the beginning. There we go. What a beautiful melody from Ireland called Christmas Eve. Now there is a rollicking, exciting jig also called Christmas Eve, or one of the names of it. Tommy Cohen's reel is what it's actually called, but I didn't play that. That one isn't it. This is the original tune from Ireland called Christmas Eve. All right. The next tune comes from Wales. This is a Welsh tune. It's actually a hornpipe tune, and I think you'll understand why I included it in our playlist for today. We'll play it like a hornpipe, but the melody is pretty derivative of a tune you might recognize more like a Christmas carol. So let's see if you do. Don't forget to lilt all the eighth notes here, but you'll hear the melody I'm talking about in this hornpipe called the Piper in the Meadow String. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. From the top. There we go. The Piper in the Meadow String. Did it remind you a little more of the knot of Deck the Halls? I don't know which tune might have come first, but I think that they're very similar. But it's a fun hornpipe to play. I really love how it lilts, and you get to go up and down on that little melody there. Well, once again, thanks to all you trad friends who are out there from all over the U.S. and Canada and even Mexico City who are tuned in today to my final play-along session of 2025. I don't know where the year went. I can easily remember saying hello to everybody and us playing songs in January to celebrate Robert Burns Day, and then I can remember St. Patrick's Day coming up, and all the different tunes we've played all through the year. But here we are. This is my 245th, if anybody's counting, my 245th play-along session. And we've had a lot of great sessions here in 2025. All of them available to watch on my YouTube channel. Don't forget that. They might disappear after 30 days on Facebook, but they're always available on my YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/@TomMorleyFiddle, and you'll find more than 40 play-along sessions that you can find from the entire year. And of course, I'm going to keep that up in the new year as well. And you'll always be able to find my sessions there on YouTube. Don't forget that. Starting in 2025, to kind of pull back just a little bit. I'm going to do 2 sessions a month on the first and third Mondays of the month. So in January, you'll find me on Facebook live streaming on Monday, January the 5th and Monday, January the 19th. Okay? And those will go up on YouTube as well. But we'll do that way for a while and see how that works out. The countdown will be pretty amazing over the next few weeks and months. As I said, this is 6 years that I've been doing these live sessions, and it started in March of 2020. So there's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this is the end of the 6th year of me doing this. We haven't actually hit our 6-year anniversary. That will happen in March of 2026. Also in March 2026 will be my 250th session. Now, how in the world can I celebrate that? I've celebrated the 50th and the 100th and the 150th and the 175th and the 200th. I've made many celebrations over the years, and I never expected to do so many or have so many people constantly tuning in and continuing to watch. But there you have it, folks. And I appreciate it so much. But stick with me, and next, not too far from now, we'll celebrate 250 sessions together and the end of 6 years of me doing the play-along sessions and going into a 7th year, I guess, is what will happen. But 2 sessions a month starting in 2026. Always available on my YouTube channel. Don't you forget that either. And I think that's all the big news for right now. So let's go ahead and play a few more tunes. Fran, of course, want to make a big shout out to Fran for all the work she does as our executive producer, watching the comments, being able to keep the comments going and check in with me, make sure everything's running right here in Chattanooga. She did make a list here or view a roundup, and let me do a shout out and say where you're all from. That would include Minnesota, Oregon, Maine, Ohio, Massachusetts, Utah, Washington, D.C., Missouri, Idaho, Montana, Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, Alabama, New York, Pennsylvania, Indiana, and Michigan, plus Mexico City, Labrador, and Ontario. Thank you, Trad friends, from the bottom of my heart. As I said, as long as you keep tuning in, I will play some tunes for you, share some tunes, and let you learn some tunes. Next year, I might spend some time every once in a while on some of those sessions kind of teaching a tune. Instead of just playing down 10 straight tunes, take a more challenging jig or reel and talk about it a little bit and slow it way down and show you the different parts. So some of the sessions coming up in the new year might have fewer tunes, but I'll do some little workshops and show you guys some things. So if there's anything you've ever wanted to learn about or know more about, let me know. Maybe we can incorporate that into one of our 2026 play-along sessions. We'll make them a little more, just a little different with an emphasis on one tune each time and then some other tunes around it. All right, back to the tunes. The Snowy Path. What a great tune here to play on our winter solstice celebration. This is a wonderful slipjig in 9/8 time composed by Mark Kelly of the group from Donegal, very famous internationally known group Altan, one of my favorite bands, certainly from Ireland. And this is a very neat tune. You want to be careful on that Snowy Path, though. I know too many people, including somebody personally, who maybe let the Snowy Path get the best of them. So we got to be careful on that Snowy Path. But let's have fun playing it 3 times around. And don't forget, it's in 9/8 time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Snowy Path is the name of that tune. I hope you enjoyed playing it. And if you have to be out there on that snowy path, maybe use some salt and make sure it's clear and safe to walk on. I should play that tune more often, actually. That's such a fun slipjig, and we don't play enough of those kinds of tunes in 9/8 time. So we'll add that to our regular rotation, I think. Here's a tune that I discovered many years ago. It's called On a Cold Winter's Day, and also in the 1903 collection from O'Neill. So as I said, that's the third of three different tunes that they've played for well over maybe a century and more. This is a very melancholy, beautiful tune, and I've played this many times in the past, and it always makes me kind of reflective and thinking about cold winter times. Here in Chattanooga, by the way, I don't know what your weather will be, but there you might have seen that there's a giant warm front that's coming up somehow from the south, and on Christmas Day here in Chattanooga, our high will be 70, maybe 71 or 2. So we will not have a cold winter's day then, but then several days later it will drop 30 degrees or more, and then this tune will once again ring out true 3 times around on this beautiful tune in 3/4 time from Ireland called On a Cold Winter's Day. Are you ready? Icy cold. 1, 2, 3. What a beautiful tune that is. On a Cold Winter's Day is the name of that. A slow air from Ireland. That's one of my all-time favorites to play to celebrate winter. Let's do a traditional English carol now. The perfect one for the season. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. A great folk tune that goes, it was first printed in 1760. So it's been around for several centuries, and is a lovely tune in E minor. Just a great key and fun to play. Let's 3 times around on this famous English carol. 1, 2, 3. great English carol that's extremely popular and heard so often at this time of year. And so is the next tune, actually, although with words to it and a different name, but it's Greensleeves, one of the most famous English melodies that there is, and it's been adapted in many ways for all sorts of ways and holidays, and of course we hear it at this time of year as What Child Is This? This is a traditional English folk song that goes clear back, from my research, to 1500s, 1580. How many centuries is that? That's 4 centuries. It was a pretty melody then, and guess what? It still is today. Let's do it. Let's do it 3 times around. Us fiddle players have to watch out for some D sharps. That's. If you're looking at my sheet music that I provided, you'll see where I've got R1 for a regular first finger and a L1 for a low first finger. So you have to be kind of adept there and quickly move your finger up and back a couple times. So watch out for that. Such a famous melody. It's a good one to practice those half steps, those first finger half steps on. You'll know if you're playing it right and in tune, won't you? All right, here we go with Greensleeves. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. Great tune for the season, Greensleeves. No matter how you want to look at that tune, or whether you want to sing to it or just hear that beautiful melody. Go clear back to the 1500s from England. Well, you know, different countries all around the world have different traditions at this time of year. And this is a traditional tune from Wales. Once again, this is a Welsh melody called the Cutty Wren. And I think this tune maybe connects with the idea of the winter solstice, maybe best celebration of natural things, the natural world, the animals and birds. And so I think this tune comes the closest to being a good tune to play to honor the winter solstice. You might not even be that familiar with it, but I think once you hear it and play it, you'll want to add it to your collection here. The Cutty Wren is the name of this tune, and we'll play it 3 times around in 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Top. One last time. Go, a Welsh tune called the Cutty Wren. So I hope you've enjoyed all the tunes we played here today. A lot of them had the word winter in the title, and we had some that were really appropriate, some famous carols from England, and we also had contemporary tunes like The Snowy Path, and hope you loved this mix of tunes for the winter solstice. I know I really enjoyed playing them for you. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support, for tuning in, for commenting, for visiting my YouTube page, and maybe liking, just hitting the like button there on YouTube. Just watch a little bit of my play-along sessions. Subscribe, tell your friends about it. I really appreciate all that you guys have done to make 2025 an interesting year when I thought things were really horrible the way Facebook decided to delete all live streaming videos after 30 days. I said, oh, woe is me, and this is the worst thing that happened. But instead, it helped me to beef up my YouTube channel and make that much more popular. So, necessity is the mother of invention, right? And I want to thank anything that you guys did to help, your donations throughout the year. I appreciate them so much. If I could visit each one of you at your homes and knock on the door and give you a hug and say thanks, I honestly would. I would. But I hope you know how much it means to me, all your support in every way that you've done for me this year and in the past as well. I hope we can keep that going in 2026. I love sharing tunes, and I sit here in my office and I think about how I'm reaching out, and folks are watching me from all over, and that's just a highlight of my week. Let me tell you, I really appreciate it. So thanks again, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season here. It's coming up fast. Everybody be safe and careful, and try and do good things, and be in the spirit, the best spirit possible for the holidays. We certainly could use as much of that as possible from each and every one of us. And since I won't see you till next year, as the old saying goes, I'm going to end with the melody that we all sing or play at midnight on the last day of the year. And it's Auld Lang Syne, a great Scottish tune that we, of course, sing words from Robert Burns. This tune he would have never heard. Believe it or not, he knew a different melody that he had composed his words to. And next month, in January of 2026, we'll play the original melody of Auld Lang Syne that Robert Burns would have known. After his death, somebody made a decision and changed it to this old Scottish melody instead. It certainly works, and we all know it so well. So let's play just one big time around Auld Lang Syne. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy holidays, everybody. You all have a wonderful couple of weeks until I see you in 2026 on January 5th. Thanks again for a great year of music and letting me share it with you. Take care, and I hope to see you in the new year. Bye for now, everybody.